Coming up next on AVID Achievers, we'll hear from a variety of students from Glen Burnie High School. Hello. Thank you for joining me today on AVID Achievers, Stories of Success. Have you ever wondered what students are up to once they graduate from high school? Well, today we're going to hear from a variety of students from Glen Burnie High School talk about how they've been doing after graduating from the AVID program.
Hello, name's Christian. I'm a 2019 graduate from Glen Burnie High School. After leaving, I attended Taos University in 2019 to 2023, spring. And after leaving, I became a medical assistant in urology. I love it. I do a lot of procedures, do a lot of phlebotomy and medications, helping a lot of people. And one skill I use daily from AVID is organization, because it helped me throughout my studies, like what needs to be done. For example, them Cornell notes came in handy. And something I learned along the way was just trying to be in touch with as much as you can with the previous people you work with. For example, high school, middle school. Yeah, middle school. My best friend's from ISO. She's from middle school. And I met Erin from middle school. And we got best friends in high school. So just reconnecting and past connections.
Hi, it's Aaron Thomas. I'm a 2018 graduate from Glen Burnie High School. After leaving high school, I moved to Pennsylvania with my sister because she needed help taking care of her little rascals, and I didn't mind having a free place to stay. After I got tired of that, I moved back to Maryland because I got a job with Southwest Airlines. And one skill I use daily from AVID is my time management, because I'm always working flights. You got to be on time. You cannot show up late to them. You got to get them out on time because people, they got to get to where they need to be. A piece of advice I learned along the way is take your time. I do too much and I get overwhelmed myself. Sometimes you need to pause, take a break, recenter yourself, and then continue where you picked up.
Hello, my name is Chelsea. I'm a 2016 graduate from Glen Burnie High School. After graduating, I went to UMBC, the University of Maryland, Baltimore County, and I majored in modern languages, linguistics, and intercultural communication with a focus on the Korean language and culture. Currently, I'm working as a librarian in the Glen Burnie region in Arundel County. And one skill that I feel like I use daily from AVID is both collaboration and networking, because when I was in high school, I was pretty shy and introverted and quiet, and it was sometimes hard for me to talk with other people and engage with strangers. And through AVID, I felt like I learned how to interact with a variety of different people. And so I think a piece of advice that I would give that would be helpful is to truly embrace the things that you're learning in that class and figure out how that you can apply those to your everyday life. Because I do think that there's a variety of ways that the skills I learned were able to apply to different points and ways in my life.
Hello, my name is Anthony Nicholson, and I am a 2019 graduate from Glen Burnie High School. I majored in sociology and anthropology at Taos University. Currently, I work at FSA Federal, helping the FBI do data analysts. One skill I use daily from AVID is time management, because it helps me get through my day and really be productive with time-to-time things that I do throughout the day. For my job, basically what I do is I get certain data from like crime systems and court cases, and I implement them into a database, and we take that and it goes into a system where it basically can get released to the public. And something I learned along the way was just same thing about the one AVID skill is just prioritize your time, because that's the most valuable asset you will have, whether you go into college or whether you go into the workforce. Time management is key.
Hello, my name is Daniela, and I am 24 years old, and I graduated from Glen Burnie High School. After leaving, I majored in business administration and pursued my bachelor's degree in criminal justice. Currently, I work as a real estate agent and a paralegal. One skill I use daily from AVID is networking, because as a real estate agent, I need to consistently network in order to gain clients. As a real estate agent, I use networking as an important tool because in order to gain clients and be successful in real estate, you need to be able to network in order to get those clients. Typically, this can be done through open houses, your sphere of influence, which is your direct contacts in your family, and most importantly, social media marketing. I have a Facebook page where my sister and I create videos, along with TikTok and Instagram. Along with this, we market in person at different events, and really make sure that we are consistently letting our friends and family members know that we're real estate agents. If you're interested in buying a house in the future or know anybody that's looking to buy or sell a house, you can find me at Montague Properties, and my Facebook page is Daniela McCullough Realtor. Something I learned along the way was that in order to be successful in life, sometimes you need a little bit of perseverance. Sometimes life can throw curveballs at you, but as long as you have a goal and you're pushing towards that goal, you should never let anything get in the way of it.
Hello, my name is Min. I am a 2020 graduate from Glen Burnie High School. After leaving, I went to college at University of Maryland, Baltimore County. I majored in computer science with a minor in mathematics. Currently, I am planning to do a master in computer science. I currently work at Enterprise, and why I'm working there not for like a long term. Why I'm still doing that, and also looking for like a like software engineering job and stuff. Type of engineering job that I'm looking for is either in cybersecurity or front-end developer. I am interested in that because I like to build things, and especially working with a lot of mindful people, and just get more knowledge in the IT field. One skill I use daily from AVID is to stay organized, because it helps you release stress as well as stay on track with your task. And a piece of advice that I could be helpful is that don't wait for the perfect time. Start where you are with whatever you have.
Hello, my name is Daniel. I am a 2020 graduate from Glen Burnie High School. After leaving, I went to UMBC to get my bachelor. I majored in economics and minor in Chinese. Currently, I'm working at First Financial Federal Credit Union as a banker, FSR2. What I basically do is I open accounts for members, I prevent frauds, I help member with financial advice that might be benefit for their savings. A skill that I use daily from AVID is definitely note taking, because it was really helpful during college time, and I'm still using it at my job, especially at my job, because I have to take a lot of notes, especially during different trainings. Another piece of advice that I believe that could be really helpful would be during high school year or college, when you're writing an essay, to not use AI. Just because professors or high school teachers, they can use AI detective programs where they can detect AI writing. During college, if professor does find out you use AI on your essay, it's an automatic 0. You don't even get a 50. You might not even have a chance to, redo it or rewrite the paper that could maybe, allow you to pass. Because in college, paper is a lot of, as it plays a lot of part in your grading. It's probably 35-40% of your grade. So once you get a 0, you can't pass the class. So I would be careful not to try not to use AI if you can help it.
Hello, my name is Ikram Doku, and I was a 2019 graduate from Glen Burnie High School. After leaving Glen Burnie High School, I went to Anne Arundel Community College, and I did that because, of course, community college costs less, and it's less of a hectic environment than like a full experience at a 4-year college. So I did that for 2 years, and I feel like I learned valuable skills while I was at ACC, while I was commuting from home to school, and like how professors operate and stuff. And and then after that, I went to UMBC, which is University of Maryland, Baltimore County, and they have a very actually easy transfer program for ACC students to UMBC, and I believe I did get a scholarship for that too, and right now, and I majored in computer science, so I majored in computer science while I was at UMBC, and currently I work as an AI. Artificial intelligence patent examiner. And I would say one skill that I use daily from AVID is research. Like for my job, I have to do a lot of, like when new applications come in, I have to go through a bunch of old applications, like old patents that already exist, and I have to sift through and like find keywords and find patents that are similar to what the new applicant is claiming.
Why?
And
Because
because like the research is very important, because I need to find what's similar that already exists, and like having that research background is very helpful because I know how to look for that new patent. The reason why doing this research is important is because we can't allow a new application for a patent if one already exists, because you're not inventing anything if it already exists. Or if you're claiming like an innovation, it needs to be a lot different than what already exists. So having that research background, I know what to look for, instead of like spending so much time reading through all the patents that exist. You can sift through faster. And I would say something I learned along the way is also regarding AVID, just having good people around you. Like I still stay in touch with my AVID friends, and like with Miss Ballard, of course, too. So yeah, so having that people skill, and I really appreciate actually in AVID, we used to do minute speeches, and that really helped me with like public speaking and like building that confidence, because I used to be scared of public speaking. But since we kept doing that like almost every class, and that really helped me with that as well. And yeah, just have good people around you, you'll do fine.
Hello, my name is Markia, and I am a 2017 graduate from Glen Burnie High School. After leaving, I attended Bowie State University, and I majored in psychology. And then I graduated in 2021, and then after that I went straight into grad school to pursue a master's in social work and a master's in public health, and I just graduated last month. Currently, I work at University of Maryland, Baltimore County, doing health promotion for the students. So we put on events and programs for the students about sexual health, mental health, relationships. And then at the end of this month, I will be starting work at Baltimore City Public Schools at the district to help with students who have been disengaged from school. One skill I use daily from AVID is communication, because I honestly suck at communication. My mind just gets like really full and I forget to do certain things. So I realized that I have to like at least communicate that with people so that I don't leave them hanging. And then a piece of advice that could be helpful is it is okay to fail. Don't be afraid of trial and error. School will always be there. So just take your time.
Hello, my name is Keisha. I'm a 2017 graduate from Glen Burnie High School. After leaving, I went to Bowie, but unfortunately I withdrew due to personal reasons. I majored in criminal justice and law. Currently, I am a mom. I just got married. I bought a house. I moved to Florida. I work for Morgan & Morgan. One skill I use daily from AVID is self-advocacy. Just learning how to speak up for myself and like going at my own pace is something that I needed to learn. And it's important because you may feel like you're behind and you're not like where everybody else is, but you have to learn that that's okay because you have a different path, and that self-advocacy comes in there. A piece of advice that could be helpful is take your time things will come together. Like I said before, everybody's on a different path. So somebody else's path is not the same as yours. So at Morgan and Morgan, I am a paralegal. Oh, and also I just enrolled back into college at FSCJ for getting my bachelor's in psychology with a concentration in human services.
Hello, my name is Naziha. I graduated from Glen Burnie High School. I was a class of 2020. After leaving GBHS, I went to UMBC. I majored in international studies. While I was in UMBC, I did a study abroad in Japan. I stayed in Nagasaki for a semester. I loved it there. It helped me to it helped me with like broadened my perspective and the culture and everything that I brought back when I moved back here in the States, and I still use it at my work. So I'm currently working in the IRC, International Rescue Committee. I help the refugees here in the Baltimore County and surrounded areas. I help them to I help them to like get their life started, help them to like get their benefits, government benefits, and things like that. One skill I use daily from AVID is note taking. So while I was in college, I used the Cornell note taking a lot because from international studies, I had to read tens and 20s and hundreds pages of books every day from many classes, and I was taking Cornell notes. It helped me so much to get through college, and even after college from my work, I still use a lot of note taking. I talk about the clients in the meetings and then I write them down. A lot of note takings, and I still use it since AVID. A piece of advice that could be helpful is take care of your mental health. Right after high school, life gets a little bit fast-paced sometimes for some people, and it really helps. Like talk to someone, socialize. It just helps to get everything else in life to be organized and on its way. One thing I really enjoy about my job is being able to talk to most of my clients are refugees from so many different countries. They have so many perspectives, so many stories. I love having to like interact with them, learn so much about different cultures, different countries, different perspectives about so many different things, like different customs when I talk to them. So also like the communication, I've improved my communication skills a lot, having to like talk to a client and sometimes we need interpreter when we talk to them. So this back and forth communication with like an interpreter and a client back and forth, it helped me so much developing my communication skills.
Thank you so much for joining me today on AVID Achievers. I hope that you were inspired by listening to all of the stories that the AVID students have had to tell. And remember, don't be afraid to take advantage of your opportunities because you never know where they may lead.